Each week's NASCAR on Sunday brings with it a fresh batch of drama. And don't be surprised if we claim it's Ross Chastain this time. The most recent incident involving driver Ross Chastain has brought Trackhouse Racing team owner Justin Marks to his knees. Following yet another contentious incident at Darlington Raceway, Marks openly stated his frustration on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio, suggesting that Chastain needs to work on some personal issues. With disapproval growing among NASCAR drivers, it's evident that Chastain's actions are not going unnoticed. So fans, stay tuned to NASCAR Zone for more on today's video. But before we dive into that, do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. The owner of the Trackhouse Racing team, Justin Marks, commented on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio after Ross Chastain was involved in another disputed incident on Sunday at Darlington Raceway that his driver has some things he's got to clean up. Late in the race, Chastain and Kyle Larson, who was driving for Hendrick Motorsports, got into an accident when they were battling for the lead. After the race, team owner Rick Hendrick chastised Chastain, stating,
"I don't care if he's driving a Chevrolet if he wrecks our cars. I don't care, and I've told Chevrolet that. If you wreck us, you're going to get it back."
Marks said on Monday that new procedures are going to be implemented at Trackhouse to SiriusXM NASCAR Radio.
You know, this has been my life today. I mean, we have addressed it. We've had many conversations with different people today, some difficult conversations. And I think the important message here is that we are a believer in Ross's talent. That's obvious. He's very fast. And, you know, but he's got some things he's got to clean up. I mean, I'll just be totally honest with you. And we today started the process of more aggressively handling that with our partners, with Ross, and with our team, because, you know, not because necessarily that we're mad at him, but because there's so much opportunity here. And we're addressing it. I'm going to take a more active role in it. And I love the kid, and I love the opportunity that he's giving every single person that works at Trackhouse to be able to put a championship run together. But there's just stuff that needs to be cleaned up, and it's a process he's going to have to start going through sooner rather than later. We are very supportive of him. We're very supportive of this team, and we are addressing it.
In each of the last 4 Cup races, Chastain became involved in contentious situations at various points. At the race before Darlington, which took place at Kansas Speedway, he and Noah Gragson were involved in an on-track collision, which resulted in a brief altercation between the drivers after the race had concluded. Before Chastain and Gragson were separated by security personnel, Chastain hit Gragson in the face with a punch. Marks stressed that he has not wavered in his support for Chastain.
Great speed out of the car, great pit stops all day. You know, Ross drove a great race. I mean, he made good decisions in the first and second stages and not racing guys, you know, super hard, letting a couple people go, kind of like, you know, just sort of managing that give and take and everything. And then it all just kind of fell apart at the end, Dave. I mean, you know, Ross clears Kyle and makes that pass and wins the throwback weekend at Darlington 7 days after getting a scuffle on pit road, and the guy's a legend. But, you know, he's got the skill to do that. He's got the ability to do that. The result was just bad. It just was bad for everybody. It was bad for Hendrick. It was bad for Chevrolet. And it was bad for Trackhouse and Ross as the points leader.
Ross Chastain was once best known as the driver whose family roots were in watermelon farming, and whose victory lap celebrations usually entailed standing on the roof of his car and crushing a melon to pieces on the pavement. He's now renowned for his aggressive driving style, which has repeatedly irritated others. And something like this Sunday happened last week. Chastain received a barrage of expletives over the radio from Kyle Busch before squeezing Noah Gragson into the wall with around 60 laps remaining. The latter incident resulted in a heated scene on pit road, where Chastain launched a haymaker at Gragson and had to be separated by security. Gragson remarked afterward, adding a few of his own expletives, that he runs into everyone.
You know, nobody confronts the guy, and I went down there and you know, grabbed him and, you know, showed my displeasure. So I'm sick and tired of it. The guy just runs into everyone. I mean, when you got guys like Chase Elliott, other guys telling you to go beat his ass, you know, everyone's just sick and tired of him, but nobody has the balls to go up and get him.
The incident occurred 6 days after the NASCAR Cup Series rain-delayed race at Dover, where Chastain collided with Brennan Poole, propelling him up the track and knocking Kyle Larson out of the race. Larson complained about Chastain on the radio, while Poole was harsher in a televised interview.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not exactly sure, but I feel like I just got ran over and just got, as soon as he ran into me, I just got shoved in the corner like way too deep, and I was just immediately, I was turned around. So I think it was the one. Was it the one? Yeah, so, you know, go figure. I mean, just a joke. I mean, 80-something laps into a race, no reason. I was side by side with the 3, just got to my outside. There's not like I can go anywhere or give him any more room than what I had, and he just ran me over. So I think it's just kind of pathetic, but I don't know. It seems to be something Ross does a lot recently, so just uncalled for. My first time in a new Cup car, and I 80 laps out for what? For no reason. So
Denny Hamlin's $50,000 fine and 25-point penalty was upheld last month after he admitted on his weekly podcast that he purposely damaged Chastain on the final lap of the Phoenix race in March.
All right, well, I'm probably live looking at a picture. I'm probably running 6th or 7th. I'm about to get passed by everybody behind me who's on fresh tires. I'm about to finish in the mid-teens. And I said, "You're coming with me, buddy."
Really?
I did.
Wow, that's not what I thought.
It wasn't a mistake. No, it wasn't a mistake.
Okay.
I unleashed, I let the wheel go, and I said, "He's coming with me."
Chastain, who finished 5th at Kansas and currently leads the NASCAR Cup Series point standings. However, the uproar begs the question, is Chastain precisely what NASCAR requires these days? What do you think? Let us know in the comments section below. Be sure to hit the bell button and subscribe to our channel to get the latest updates. The series has struggled to draw fans, as shown by swaths of empty seats at Kansas Speedway on a bright, beautiful Sunday. Many drivers have informed the Associated Press that the lack of clear stars in the Cup Series is one of the series' difficulties. Perhaps Chastain will be able to play the villain. However, there is a narrow line to travel between creating drama and wreaking mayhem. Gragson explained their pit road altercation by stating,
Yeah, I just got fenced by the one. He took care of us at Talladega and didn't, we're Chevrolet teammates and didn't work with us there, and then fenced us here, and I'm just over it. Nobody else has the balls to at least, confront him. So if you don't at least just grab him and do something, he's just going to keep doing it, and I'm over it. It's the second time. I have respect for Justin Marks and the rest of the Trackhouse team, and that's why I'm not wrecking him on the racetrack. But I'm ready to fight him. I didn't even get a shot in because the security guards got in the middle of it. But
Chastain admitted to racing Gragson hard and defended his swipe on pit road.
I got tied off of 4 for sure, and Noah and I have a very similar attitude on the racetrack, and we train together, we prepare together, we know each other's every little bit about each other. So I definitely crowded him up off of 4, and he took a swipe at us in 3, and then came down, grabbed a hold of me, and a very big man once told me we have a no push policy here at Trackhouse. So
this plan will definitely be put to the test in the coming weeks. So let's see what happens after the Darlington race. Overall, Throwback Weekend at Darlington was a success, and William Barron won for the 3rd time this season. NASCAR is going back to North Wilkesboro Speedway for the first time since 1996. The famous short track in North Carolina held 93 Cup races before it was shut down. After it was announced that NASCAR would be back, the track reopened in 2010 and got a big makeover. The 3-day event starts on Friday with practice, and then there will be a unique qualifying procedure called the Pit Crew Challenge. On Saturday, there will be 2 heat races that will set the stage for the open race on Sunday, which will be followed by the 2023 All-Star Race, which is the big event. Last year, the event was held at Texas Motor Speedway, and it was won by Ryan Blaney. So let's see who wins at the event this year. But what do you think is gonna win? Tell us in the comments. So that is for today. Hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more of our videos on NASCAR updates. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.